Rain's letting up now. During the summer of 2023, we moved to a remote Scottish Hebridean island to be its only two residents, along with our 2 pet sheep and pair of cats. These remote islands seem to retain an old-fashioned rhythm and a charm which we find encouraging us to live a more frugal and simple life, the way man was perhaps more intended to. We have an ancient stone cottage to restore, veggies to grow, livestock to build up, fish to catch and smoke, a boat to buy, and much more. Step back in time with us at the Scottish Isle.
Well, that was a success. Both of them were as dry as a bone. Let me show you. Perfect. Keep us going for a week, if that. That's both of them, not just that one. And the notch that I cut in this one, it was fine until it got caught up there. So that's why I had to give it the second go. But this is solid oak. And, as I said, as dry as a bone.
I don't want to go backwards. Hey! Good riddance to this. Are you coming?
It's not a bad fridge, it's just not right for us.
I mean, good riddance for it sitting in front of the house here. It'll get put into the chicken sheds at the back as a spare. In case the chickens need refrigeration. The Scots Kitchen, published 1930. Porridge, the one and only method. It is advisable to keep a goblet exclusively for porridge. Allow for each person 1 breakfast cupful of water, a handful of oatmeal and a small salt spoonful of salt. Use fresh spring water and be particular about the quality of the oatmeal. Midlothian oats are unsurpassed the world over. Bring the water to the boil, and as soon as it reaches boiling point, add the oatmeal, letting it fall in a steady rain from the left hand and stirring it briskly the while with the right, sunwise, or the right hand turn for luck and convenience. A porridge stick called a spurtle, and in some parts a thievel, or as in Shetland, a gruel tree is used for this purpose. Be careful to avoid lumps unless the children clamour for them. When the porridge is boiling steadily, draw the mixture to the side and put on the lid. Let it cook from 20 to 30 minutes according to the quality of the oatmeal, and do not add the salt, which has a tendency to harden the meal and prevent its swelling, until it has cooked for at least 10 minutes. On the other hand, never cook porridge without salt. Ladle straight into porringers, because everyone's got one of those, or soup plates, and serve with small individual bowls of cream or milk or buttermilk. Each spoonful of porridge, pay attention, which should be very hot, is dipped in the cream or milk, which should be quite cold before it is conveyed to the mouth. Now, I used this recipe the other day. It calls for oatmeal, salt and water. That's it. It was revolting. However, the method is really good, apart from the superstitious twiddling. So I'm going to show you the way I was taught to make porridge using this method, and it'll blow your socks off. And while I'm doing that, it's also followed by some superstitious garble. Of course, we're Scottish, there's superstition around porridge, about how you eat porridge and why. So, porridge. So the ratio I'm going to use is 1 cup of the oats and 1 cup of milk. And I'm afraid I don't have a fresh spring, nor the inclination to dig one or draw water from it. So I'm going to use bottled water instead of tap water. In Scotland we call tap water counsel juice. Doesn't taste very nice. So as per the method, I'm going to go and get this boiling, and then I will sprinkle in my oats in whatever direction I want. The thing that this method gets really right is that once you've added the oatmeal, you cover it and essentially just take it off the heat and keep it warm. After 10 minutes, add a pinch of salt, and I would also say a dollop of honey, and then just recover it and leave it for the last 10 minutes. And yes, I am boiling this milk, the horror of housewives the world over. To quote the recipe book further, children often like a layer of sugar, honey, syrup or treacle, or of raw oatmeal on top. A morsel of butter in the centre of the plate agrees with some digestions better than milk. Porter and brisk small beer used to be accompaniments to porridge. Any excuse. In the Scots language, porridge, like broth, is spoken of as they. For example, why do you not sup your porridge? Oh, I don't like them. They're bad for my stomach. The old custom is to stand whilst supping porridge. A friend of the writer's recollects being slapped by her Highland nurse for not standing up to them. As to whether the custom has any mystical significance or is merely an application of the proverb that a standing sack fills the fullest, we profess no opinion. Boo. Tossing the caber.
Hello.
What's your favourite Christmas carol? Never mind Christmas songs.
If you
You
just
didn't
watch
answer my
yourself, I'll
question.
just chuck these.
What is the answer to the question?
Oh, watch it, watch it.
What is the answer to the question?
Just whack my knee on that branch over there.
I like In the Bleak Midwinter.
That's half of the wood that we've accumulated. So I think that's one tree there. The other tree has already been taken over to the cabin. And in fact, we're actually burning it right now. It's so dry. So that was a productive morning. On to the next.
Yeah, we should tap these for sap in the spring, March. I've done it before, and it's interesting drinking it straight from the tree without making it into a syrup or anything like that. First, it's very it sounds obvious to say it tastes earthy, but it does. It tastes. It's kind of a bit like coconut water. Like that it's nourishing and wholesome when you're drinking it. It's got a slight viscosity to it, like coconut water as well. But yeah, we could do that. Scott, make some birch syrup.
You tapped a pine, didn't you? Was it pine? Or say, what was the last one you did?
No, it was birch, silver birch.
It was birch.
Mm-hmm. A slightly bigger girth tree than this, so it can take it. But
What was the consistency like? Is it thick and gloopy, or is it?
It's water.
It's water.
It's mostly water.
Like
yeah.
So like coconut water, like you said.
Amazing old trees. Yeah, I love this part of the forest. This part of the island. I think it's my favourite bit so far.
Barnet legges I vygen sydladum deidum sydladum deid. Barnet legges I vygen sydladum deidum sydladum deid. Sove du I Jesu namn, Jesu bevare barn. Sove du I Jesu namn, Jesu bevare barnet. dansa med meg fram og tilbake. Min mor hota med på sypan, dansa med meg fram og tilbake. Dansa så med de små, dansa så skal barnet dansa, dansa så med de små, dansa så skal barnet dansa.